You don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend?
A lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, et cetera, as if
It is. All of the criticism is valid.
Follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong?
Let me ask you something that's going around right now. A lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, et cetera, as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, whether or not, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, nobody's above the law, I respect, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Only because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend all of a sudden?
No, I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over. So I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground. Listen, they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying.
If I can get in on this, I actually think it went further, and this is one thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions and the impartiality of the Department of Justice.
Yes.
Democrats ran on that. This same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. How we shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does. But then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
But I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
That's why I'm an independent.
Yes, but
I think that's the best way to go.
But that's not a monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are
wrong. So you don't think Joe
Biden
is wrong?
No, I don't. And can I just point this out to you? The president has a pardon power,
you're ridiculous.
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg.
Yeah,
I would never. I said that. I just think that's ridiculous.
Think about it this way. Think about it maybe in this way. The president has the ultimate pardon power. Every president has done this, right?
Yeah.
And so what people are saying is that Joe Biden is now a liar, as opposed to Joe Biden is someone who now knows that the person that is going to be in the White House is on a revenge tour and his son is on an enemies list. Now, is that a lie or is that perhaps being pragmatic?
You were on CNN with Anderson Cooper and called out cable news networks for normalizing Trump. Now that Trump has won, you say that you don't think cable news will ever truly cover him honestly again. Why?
Well, not even just cable news, no network. Nobody, because they didn't do it before, so why would they do it now? They're scared to death. He's the president of the United States of America.
Have you watched The View?
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. Sonny, I saw you have to apologize a couple times last week, so somebody's coming with some notes from downstairs.
Not apologizing. Okay. I'm making a legal note as an attorney of law. Yes. That doesn't mean that's not a mistake.
When I called Donald Trump a fascist, I wasn't calling him that because of something I heard Democrats say. I was calling him that because of the things that were coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Right? When he was saying things like, he wants to suspend the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that. But now, when you have elected officials also saying that, but then all of a sudden when he's president, that just goes away.
Disappears.
Like, he was a threat to democracy, but then as soon as he becomes president-elect, Joe Biden's like, welcome back to the White House.
This internal firing squad, it's been really bothering me. And what's also been bothering me is, Joe Biden should have stuck to what he said. He should have stuck to his promise. He lied. Let's just take a little refresher course. The Washington Post indicates that President-elect Trump made false or misleading claims a total of 30,573 times over 4 years.
Two wrongs don't make a right, though.
Crust.
Two wrongs don't make a right. And I think what people are saying with Hunter specifically is what they hate about politics. There were a lot of people that felt a bit gaslit with the way they handled the inner circle of the Biden team handling his health, how they communicated that. They felt like they weren't as honest. And then you have this. What breaks my heart is for a man that has served most of his life, he is going out in one of the worst ways. You are sandwiched between Trump years. You are now pardoning your son from criminal activity. You are ousted by your own party.